All right, guys, big TRC back out here at the field. Another beautiful morning to fly, and I have something new to show you guys once again today, and it is the HobbyZone Champ from Horizon Hobby. I'll talk a little bit about this plane. So just to go over it a little bit, it's a three-cell plane or a three-channel plane. Flies on a one-cell 150 milliamp to 180 milliamp battery. It's only a three-channel. That means you get your throttle, your rudder, and your elevator. It's very light, falls under the 250 gram rule, so you can fly it in a park, you can fly it in your backyard. This one came out, I was very excited about this airplane. You might ask yourself, why are you very excited about a small three-channel airplane? Well, they kind of got me right in the nostalgia with this one, because this was the first airplane that I had that I really was able to fly correctly, and I learned so much from this little airplane. I had repaired mine so much that I flew it until I could not repair it anymore, and it wound up going in the garbage can long after I had bought it. And for years I've seen them at swap meets, and guys were selling them, but they didn't know if they worked or not, or they needed a lot of repair, so I always walked away. So I was really excited when Horizon decided they were going to, or HobbyZone decided they were going to re-release this one. Of course, like I said, it's a small three-channel. It's under the 250 gram limit, I believe. It flies on a one-cell 150 to 100 milliamp battery. This is the bind and fly version. If you buy the RTF version, it comes with the battery, the charger, your transmitters, and the airplane, so you're ready to fly right out of the box. This would be a great airplane to buy if you're just learning how to fly. If you have a kid that's just wanting to learn how to fly, or an adult, it doesn't matter. This is a great airplane. I think that I was maybe almost into my 30s when I first got this airplane, and it was so much fun. And even for a little plane, as small as it is, I really learned so much from this airplane. This one's going to be a lot more stable because, of course, the original version of it did not have safe on it. I'm going to tell you, I've flown it on safe and off of safe. It's very stable, either way, but it'd be a great plane if you want to learn, to fly. Takes off of the ground, great. Lands great on the ground. Of course, then you could also hand launch it. If you got some skill, you can probably catch it in the air, although you want to watch your fingers around that propeller, even though it probably wouldn't do anything to you if it hit you. The downside to this airplane is the price point. The downside is the price point to it. You can hear my radio going off in the background. Let me shut that thing off. The downside is the price point. For the bind and fly version, I believe it was $125. The RTF, I think, was $139 or $140. That's pretty steep for an airplane this size. Of course, we know prices are going up on stuff. I might not have bought this had I not had one before. But I'll talk about, I know a lot of times you can go on Amazon and buy like these small three-channel planes, and I can guarantee you that this is going to fly better than a three-channel that you're going to buy off of Amazon. Not that, Horizon doesn't ever make a mistake with the quality of some of their items, but, some of those planes on there, I mean, you fly them, and once you break them, they're broke, and they go in the garbage can, and that's the end of it. At least with this, if something did happen to it, you would be able to repair it. So that's the one good side of spending as much money on it as you will. And I'm telling you, this one's going to fly better than anything you find on there. So I'll show you guys how it flies. And, like I said, it's a nice calm morning out here. I'll show you guys a flight on it, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Now, guys, you can hand launch this, obviously, because it's so small, but you can also take off the ground really easy with just a little bit of rudder control. And I'm going to do that, just kind of fly off the sidewalk. I normally wouldn't do this because it's behind our flight line, but there's nobody else here, and this plane only weighs, I don't know, might weigh 100 grams or something like that all up. So I'll just show you the takeoff on it. I won't let her get away too far. You know, and I know I'm going to try to put a video up. I think I have an older video when I first flew my Champ, when I had originally got it, back when I was much younger and thinner. And boy, I don't remember that one being this stable, but I was also really didn't know how to fly, so that was a thing as well. I don't know what the flight time will be on this battery, but a lot of good control though for 3 channels. I'm still, you know, using my thumb to work the rudder on the left hand side, even though it does nothing, but that's just muscle memory. Here goes with a little bit more speed. It's a lot of elevation. I'm not even going to try to do a roll with it, or a loop with it, because I know it's going to take forever. I mean, if you're into flying like really fast stuff, this is probably going to be kind of boring for you, or really big stuff, you know, whichever. But like I said, a lot of this is nostalgia for me back when I first started flying, and I also like to fly in my front backyard a lot, so this will be perfect for that. And also, you know, in the wintertime, I host a little bit of indoor flying at my church, and you know, this will be a good plane for that because it's such a nice slow flyer. Not the world's best price point, you know, for what they want for it, but you know, really flies good. You can see she'll zoom around a little bit. You know, a lot of down because it's really wanting to climb out with any kind of throttle. There she goes. See if I can do another one, maybe a little bit closer this time. There she goes. Yeah, it's pretty agile for a little 3-channel plane. But just imagine, you know, you're a kid and you get this thing for your birthday, how much fun you could have with this, and really a good introduction to flying. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive because, you know, you're buying it from Horizon, and I understand that. You can go on Amazon and buy a plane that's similar to this for probably half the money, maybe even less than that. But I really don't think you're going to get the quality as far as you know, the way that the plane's put together, or being able to buy replacement parts for it like you could for this if you needed to. And I'm not trying to be a shill for Horizon, because I have been a little bit critical of them in the past, but I would definitely buy this one and spend a little bit more money before I bought one on Amazon that I wouldn't be able to repair if I broke. You're getting a lot of good flight time too. I mean, it is only 3-channel, but you know, the only thing you're really not going to be able to do with this, you know, is a nice roll. It loops okay, as you've seen. See if I can do another one here. Back off here just a little bit. Just a really fun little plane. Obviously, you won't be able to fly it in a ton of wind, but it's pretty calm out this morning because it's early, but you know, still. Try to do a full throttle pass by here. Much fun as I remember it being. Probably more fun because this one's more stable and I'm probably a slightly better pilot. That's probably mostly the airplane. I just hit the 6-minute mark on my battery and it's still going pretty strong. So I'm guessing with this airplane and no wind with a 100 milliamp battery, which is what I have in it, I could probably get a good 10 to 15 minute flight time out of this. Inside, probably even more. Of course, I put it back in safe mode. It's not going to do a little bird wanting to fight with it. Back in safe mode, it's not going to want to do any of the loops or anything like that. Take it back out of safe. I mean, it's just as stable outside of safe as it is in safe, really. And like I said, with this price point, probably isn't for everybody, but I like it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it in for a landing here on the sidewalk again. Like I said, normally I wouldn't do this, and you shouldn't do this at your clubs, especially if there's other members there at other planes. You're the only body to get hurt, but I'm the only one that's here. And there you go. Hope you guys can see that. That's it, guys. That's the HobbyZone Champ from Horizon Hobby. I really recommend it, especially if you're looking for a good first plane. They're a lot of fun. And like I said, the whole reason why I like this one so much is I have so many good memories from just learning how to fly with it. You know, long before I belonged to a club or I really had any idea about how airplanes worked at all, I was flying one of these. So it's a really good plane. I highly recommend it. I hope you guys can pick one up. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you're getting some flight time. I want to thank God for another beautiful day of being able to come out here and fly. Without him, wouldn't have any of this. So I definitely want to thank him, and I hope you guys take care of yourselves out there. Have fun. I'll see you next time.